drink more water.
Bless you.
I'm glad y'all can make it out.
Thank you.
For sure, thank you. Definitely glad you come and share these vibrations with us. My name again is Leroy Bean, and my organization, my family, is Underdog Academy in Broken English 101. And I'm here this evening as your featured poet and storyteller to give you a story about love. But we aren't here to talk about the romanticized fantasy of love. More so the reality of love for most people in this society and culture. And the truth of what it looks like to love a whole human being that comes with beauty and personality and emotions and thoughts and experiences and traumas and the whole life that existed before you got here. The way I'm about to move through this set may be a little different than you're used to. But please feel comfortable to give that energy snaps and claps. If you want to hit me with the you know what I'm saying? The rewind, you know what I'm saying? Take those too. And yeah, we're gonna get through this. Is there a way to keep the lights on? Because it's a little dark.
We have no control over that. Sorry. We tried.
It's the whole thing right now.
So I've been really blessed to have had some really healthy relationships, healthy and transformative relationships in the recent years of my life. But it didn't always start out that way, and I had to learn how to love, and that love isn't just something that you receive because of all the hardships that you went through, but that love is a real emotional and physical labor that requires a mental and spiritual journey that a lot of people don't have the tools for. Love is a mental and spiritual journey that a lot of people don't have the tools for. And it starts off really easy, doesn't it? Like when you connect with someone so effortlessly and like things just kind of click. And you find yourself talking to them like every day, and you spend a lot of time together because they just make you feel safe. And the conversations are really, really captivating. And it's almost like that y'all knew each other in a past life. Kind of like our spirits kindred and familiar. Our flesh meeting for the first time. My mind will panic in uncertainty, but my heart is already connected to your Wi-Fi. But as things start to feel too familiar, right, the brain starts overthinking. And, we start to question the reality of it, whether it's really real or not, whether we actually deserve it or not, because it starts to kind of mirror past experiences where people have hurt us before. And so, in this story, we talk about our past dating experiences. And she asked me, what kind of man was I in my last relationship? So I told her. As I pursued her, her energy seemed timid. She made sure to paint descriptions remarkably vivid as she warned me that men keep picking at her carcass and she's not sure how much more she can put up with. And I simply replied, I'm different. As if I fully knew myself enough to separate from a generalization I always so proudly argue against. Like I had already dealt with the issue of the most influential black man to me, my father, planting me and my brother's lives in two different women around the same time, knowing that his father was guilty of the same crime. Different as if my life wasn't crowded with toxic examples of relationships and I didn't inherit the conditioned mindset that sexualized every woman I come in contact with. Like I had already extinguished my fear of my generational name creating a hereditary fate where the Leroy Beans in my lineage can't escape the destiny of demons possessing me. I whispered false promises to her like temptation to a vulnerable soul. I lured her in with ill intentions and figured I might as well kick it here for a while. And I called myself looking for love. Without so much as a coordinate to point me in the right direction, and the truth is, I didn't have the tools to love unconditionally. To hear marriage and commitment struck a discomfort within me that brought remnants of when we feared cooties. I was too busy reducing women to bodies. Affection for affirmation of love was expressed only in sex, claimed lies in the name of protection, and recognized possession as an act of love. And as I began to fit a narrative that made me look too antagonist, I became ashamed of the truth of my actions, met denial, dismissed acknowledgement, and became too damn proud to admit that I was included in that group of men who ain't shit. So she inquired, what's the difference between now and then? Well, this poem is a step toward awareness, and it represents the commitment to growth I'm currently engaged in. I have moved forward and forgiven the sins of that man, and I just hope you can do the same. And she did.